Nice cup of tea. Nice cup of tea, Colt.
It's a lovely cup of tea. Haha, get it, E.T. Tee-hee. What a laugh.
What's the laugh, Colt? Tell me. What's the laugh?
That noise you make in the back of your throat when someone tells you a joke.
That's a laugh, Colt. Yeah, you're right. You're right there, mate. E.T. wasn't he an alien, Colt?
He was he. An alien short of height, long of finger, and a fugitive from the law.
Got away with it though, Colt, didn't he, eh? Bit like that episode with you and the sheep.
I thought we were going to do guilty pleasures at the end anyway. I was clear for that.
Well, only because the sheep wouldn't testify, Colt. You know, I knew it, you knew it, the judge knew it.
It wasn't a sheep, it was a mad cow dressed in a fur coat under the influence of Benzedrine roaming the countrysides of Wiltshire.
Wiltshire? Is that where you're from, Colt? Wiltshire?
Yeah, a country.
Country boy, eh, Colt? A boy from the country. Not a boy from a country, but a boy from the country.
That's right, a country boy from the country.
What were you then, Colt, in the country, Colt?
Well, I was a country boy.
Sheep, Colt? Sheep?
Bah.
No, Colt, before BAA. What did you do?
I worked for the DOE as an estates engineer.
What? You worked out how the youth can hang out around chip shops, abused grannies and single mothers with at least 4 offspring of non-puberty age from 5 different fathers, dressed in matching hoodies with no future?
Correct, and may I point out Swindon in evidence as to how successful I was?
I don't think we should go back to the subject of evidence, do you, Colt?
Huey, what were you?
Astronomer, Colt. The stars.
What, like that broke on Strictly, Russell E. Grant?
No, Colt, the heavens. Celestial bodies.
Oh, like Ola Jordan.
No, not Jordan. Not Jordan, Colt. Saudi Arabia, Africa, Iran, Alaska. I was an astronomer, mapping the world, all exploration. Well, the bits of the world not mapped. Bits where people don't exist.
What, like Slough?
Yeah, like Slough, yeah. But with a sandy covering instead of the asphalt.
Gets everywhere.
Who does?
Sand.
Don't talk to me about Saddam Hussein. I still remember the day he came to my flat dressed in nothing but a negligee.
A negligee? See-through?
Yeah, it was an horrible sight. His hirsute chest poking through the hairs of his negligee.
Horrible, Lee, just horrible.
I told him, I said, oi, Saddam, don't you come around here in your negligee. Get out, be off with you, you dictator and confessed serial killer. And his knuckles were hanging to the first floor window ledge. I screamed, get out, Saddam, get out, get out. And I poked him with a broom.
I bet he didn't take kindly to that. What did he do?
Next time I was in Iraq, I got arrested as a spy, Colt.
Torture?
Some call it torture, Colt, but I thought we were doing guilty pleasures at the end.
Lashed.
Not since last Saturday night, don't you remember?
Squirrel! You have a bit of an habit of that, don't you, E?
What, getting lashed on a Saturday night?
No, starting conflicts in countries not seen by the international community as liberal as those as in Western world. There was an airlift out of Ethiopia, which before your visit was peaceful country ruled by Yah himself, Mr. Haile Selassie.
Jamming. We're
Oh,
jamming. I want
too.
to jam it with you.
Then the civil war in Kyrgyzstan. That started after your visit, didn't it?
Coincidence, Carl. Pure coincidence. Anyhow, so what's new?
iPads, they seem quite new.
That's Apple, isn't it, Carl? Apple, isn't it? Something I've always found confusing.
What, the Welsh language?
No, Carl. What would happen if you crossed an apple with a nut?
You can't eat. One's a fruit that keeps the doctor away, and the other one's a habit, dressed follower of a spiritual excellence.
Yeah, but just for a moment, just pretend you could. What do you think would happen?
Well, if it was metaphysically possible to cross an apple with a nun.
Yes, Carl. Cross a nice apple with a nun.
A computer that doesn't go down.
Now there's a thought in it, Carl, eh?
There's a thought. Hey,
Speaking of which, how's the ex-wife?
gone off to India to get married.
Hindu?
No, Christian.
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Who were you born in, Carl?
I was born in Farringdon, Wiltshire. Well, nearly Wiltshire. You?
Me, mate, London. Can I tell you? London. Right. What are you doing now then, Colt?
Solution architecting.
Solution architect, eh? Thought you were off the glue.
No, solution architect, as in making sure what's required meets the user's needs, you know.
They're like pimping.
No, more like a hooker.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It is, especially real-time ETHRO, CDM, collaborative decision-making, you know, and backdrop.
Collaborative decision making? I thought that was collision decision making, what are they? Now, you talk a lot of pimping, don't you, Colt?
What are you doing anyway?
Enterprise architect.
What, models or the real thing?
Real thing, Colt, the real thing.
Well, you get to play with Captain Kirk and Scotty and have adventures throughout the human unknown universe at warp speed, if I can say it.
You could say it, Cole, but you didn't do a very good job. And not the ship, Cole, not the ship. The Enterprise, modelling the Enterprise, how it fits together, how we can save money, reusing services, making things more agile.
Thought you said it was a real thing, not models. Anyway,
Yeah.
kids, how's the kids?
Fine, Cole. Laura's doing her A-levels, and that boy of mine, Elliot, he's chefs for Eston gluten cows.
Still skiing for Brittany?
Now gave up, Cole. Wants to be a boarder.
Thought Flora was the border.
Yeah, that's a different boarder. She's a boarder at school, not a boarder on the snow. Alright. But you're right. Anyhow, what are you doing in your spare time?
Loads. Playing sax, sailing, marathon running. I've got 2 this year, you know.
Sort of like a biathlon then?
Kind of, but not at the same time. Well, never on the same day. Doing the Luxembourg and Brighton marathons this year.
Famous for it, Nick Cole, eh? Nick Cole. Brighton.
Famous for what?
Biathlons. Can't miss them. Walk down the street up there in Camptown, full of biathlons.
So what are you up to out of work anyway?
Same old Cole, you know, doing my charity work. Giving inspirational speeches to young company boys and gals, trying to keep them out of a life of gangs, drugs and crime. And also, you know, managing the volunteers for the Olympics this year.
Fancy doing something guilty tonight, Annie, to redress the balance?
What have you got in mind, Cole?
Thought of having a nice brew, settle back and watching Love Actually.
You grunt? Dancing? Special.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So you thought it was all over? Well, it's not quite yet. Here's a few outtakes for your amusement.
Squirrel!
It's rolling.
Rolling, right? Cut this one in. Right, ready? Still remember the day he came to my flat dressed in nothing but a negligee.
See-through?
Yes, see-through. It was a horrible sight. He saw her suit chest poking through.
The order, you guys, quick.